Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Monday the 5th of the 4th, 2021. The time is 0450 GMT, Asian session coming to a close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American US session. Right, Friday the 2nd then, the last full trading day, we had a negative opposed driver in the euro at minus 33, front and back door flows going mainly into the dollar at plus 27, into the pound at plus 18, and the yen was the negative rock at minus 12, activity plus or minus 45. Just to remind you then, for context, over last week as a whole, we had a negative driver with in the yen with a neutral caveat. We'll talk about that. It was unopposed, so no backdoor flows. We had the bulk of the positive opposing flows going into the pound at plus 268, into the dollar at plus 82, and the euro was the neutral rock at 0. That's why we've got a neutral caveat on the driver. So over last week then we had yen weakness driving, and basically those negative flows were opposing going into the pound, and we had a bit of dollar strength, and the euro was locked at 0. Right, Monday then, so this is the Asian session so far, so about 15 minutes ago. We've got a negative opposed driver in the dollar, minus 17, front and back door flows, mainly going into the euro at plus 16, into the yen at plus 6, and the pound was the negative rock at minus 5, activity plus or minus 22. Right, what's happening this week then? Well, we've got it's Easter Monday today. It's a bank holiday in the UK, so the markets are relatively light. We've got US service PMI today. Tomorrow we've got the RBA, Royal Bank of Australia's rates decision, and Wednesday we've got the FOMC Fed minutes. So really the markets are going to be quite data sensitive up until the end of Wednesday with the Fed minutes. So okay, let's have a look what's been going on today in the wider market. Our trades have recovered a bit. We're about 1,600 points up now, approximately from a peak of 2,900. And a floor of about 700 so recently. So anyway, euro, this is the full euro complex, 7 pairs. Euro strong except against the pound and the AUD, which are stronger. The yen is strong except against the euro and the AUD. What we got? The pound. The pound is strong except against the yen and the AUD. The Swiss is weak except against the dollar, which is weaker. The CAD is weak except against the Swiss, the dollar and the NZD, which are weaker. The AUD itself is strong across the board. The NZD is weak except against the dollar and the Swiss, which are weaker, and the dollar is weak across the board. Right, so what have we got? We've got AUD strength across the board, dollar weakness across the board, and take your pick in the middle. So let's just have a look at the other asset classes before we make the final analysis. Right, so we've got US dollar index. Basically what we're looking at there, we've got this, it broke and it's broken again and it's still above the second break then. Gold's sort of about at 0.2 from the floor with the high dollar. Oil hasn't really got going again. It's about 0.33 from the high, but expect that to change. Wall Street broke and it broke again, and it's come back a bit and then it's higher again. So you got that situation. The S&P similar. It broke again just, and then it's higher there. The tech never made it. The tech's operating sort of down here. What else have we got? We've got US 10-year and the bond. Remember, these are prices. The US 10-year basically has got this this look to it. This is sort of a double bottom, and the yields are maxing out near the floor. The bond is about 0.4 from the floor. So European yields, there's a significant gap in the short term in European yields to US yields. Right, copper. Let's have a look at copper. Copper had these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumps. It came back to the second pump. It went back to base camp. It's messed about. It's now at the second pump. So really, copper hasn't really gone anywhere for quite some time. And the US steel, basically, it was sold off at the double top and then broke the high, and it's nearly back to the double top. Right, so let's just finish off. What's really going to happen? Well, the markets are obviously recalibrating now for the second quarter, which we've started, albeit it's not started properly because of the Easter break. So we've got the second quarter to think about. We're short the USD against the euro, pound and the AUD, and we're short the NZD against the euro, pound, CAD and the AUD. So the only difference there is the CAD really, as to where we're short between the dollar and the NZD. Right, those positions are staying put. We're quite happy with them. We obviously, you got the Fed going to knock it around. The market basically is now recalibrating for the second quarter. We think we're going to get a significant growth quarter. You're going to get a big pump in the AUD relative to the NZD. The NZD is likely to be neutral to soft, and the dollar is likely to come off. That's our view. Hope that was useful. If you want to, you can catch the weekly reviews for the data cycle and the flow cycle. If not, see you tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.